morning, not like 3 a.m. Agnes has been screaming for about an hour now. I go to her, pick her up from the crib, rock her, sing to her. She's really drifting off now. As soon as her head hits the sheet, she starts crying. I finally decide I've just got to let her cry out. You know the thing that you're supposed to do, but that hurts, makes your breast leak and your stomach. Anyway, we're both awake now. I'm not sure which one of us is crying more. And I want a coffee. Not the month-old beans I've been using in the French press, because frankly, who has time to shop? No, I want a proper coffee with milk and a pattern on top, like a leaf or a flower. Or anything, really. So I skip the shower. Again. It's the little things, isn't it? The things that people don't tell you. Because I've literally got nobody to talk to about this stuff. Because nobody I know has put their body through this and done it on their own. So here I am. Hair uncombed, body unwashed, sticky with baby things. But I'm out, pushing the super slick pram my mum bought me. I mean, it's white. I'm not sure why I wanted white anymore. I feel like I've been asleep since Agnes was born. The morning light is so fucking bright. I'm squinting, forcing my eyes open. Dizzy, I have to cross the road and I momentarily forget which way to look. So I just stand there, flipping my head from side to side to make sure. When I eventually cross, I feel like I've achieved something. And it hits me. I'm actually doing it. I'm getting a fucking coffee like the rest of the world in the morning. And then I see her. And everything about her is so, she's wearing these tight, skinny jeans, and they are torn in perfect little places. Not too torn, very tasteful, really. She wouldn't wear too torn, because she's not young and she knows it. She's wearing a plain white t-shirt, and her breasts look so fucking good. They look small and perky and not full of milk, touchable. They look so good. I want to fondle them. And her bag. Her bag is so small, I can tell you can't fit one single nappy in it. So here we both are, headed for the same coffee shop. Well, at least from her trajectory and the way her hand is hanging there sadly, waiting for its customary grande oat milk, something or other. I think about turning back, but she waves. Like we're old friends, like we didn't have him in common. I want to jump into the pram with Agnes. I'm trying to think of an expression to put on my face. Emotionally mature. Tired but happy. Spiritually woke. I can't decide. Some other time she gets close, I must just look tired. Oh, don't you two look stunning? She chirps. I don't know if I can't help it. Love your top, I say. Love your top. Love your breasts. Want to touch. Hope you die. So we stood there doing this awkward whatever, and I try my best to act like I got this. I make the unwise decision to take Agnes out of the pram. whilst I talk about how happy we are and how much fun we're having, and I start to bounce her slightly too vigorously as I talk about the fact that I eventually managed to read The Handmaid's Tale, because, you know, no sleep. And I have her convinced, and frankly myself, and I know that she's a reader, and I have us both convinced that I'm a reader, when Agnes eventually spits up all of her breakfast and possibly her midnight snack into my hair. It drips down my favourite hoodie. She makes her face into what's supposed to be compassion and rushes off to the coffee shop. Off I go for meeting day. And I think you're fucking lucky you escaped all this. This could have been you with leaky breasts and spit up in your hair. I put Agnes down, possibly not as gently as I should, and find a nappy to clean myself off with. I look at the glass door of the coffee shop. I can smell the coffee. Look at me. Oh, Agnes starts to cry, little madam. And I look at her in a scrunched up red face, and time becomes elastic. And the spaces in her cries when she's taking a breath become short and beautiful. And her cries become muted, like they're happening far away in a different place, to a different person, a different mother, one who knows what to do. And the peace is seductive. It has a pull, if you will. And I look down at my feet just to make sure that they're still there, because I feel floaty. 2 trained feet walking. And I allow. Yes, that's exactly the right word, allow. Passive. I allow myself to walk away. Past her screaming face, her eyes tracking me, pulling me to fucking do something. But it's muted. It's all muted. I see shop windows. Dresses. Coats for autumn. High-heeled shoes. High-heeled shoes? Do we still wear the romantic Italian restaurant where we went for our first date? Oh, I was so nervous I couldn't eat. I drank too much and picked at pasta. Who picks a fucking pasta? Oh, I would devour that bolognese now. I'd get it all over my face. Because that's who I really am. I'm a face in the fucking pasta girl. Wanna fuck me now? More importantly, still wanna fuck me and Hellraiser? Maybe. When I first saw Agnes, she looked alien. Small eyes, big mouth. She was purple and red all over. But they put a hat on her. Wrapped her, and she looked like a human. I used to stand at home by the window, my head whirring. Wonder if I could jump. I didn't want to do it, I just thought about it. But then her cheeks filled in, and her eyes, they really held me, and I held her. Out of the hush, a cry, just one, and I feel it go through me, into my chest, down my stomach, my legs, my arms, right into the tips of things, and I feel electric. I turn and I run, and it's uphill and I'm weak, but I run. A crowd has formed around the pram, mostly women. Maybe she's in the coffee shop, I hear one of them say. I have to push past them to get to Agnes. I pick her up. She's still crying, but it's quiet now. They're all still there, just looking at me. They can't believe it's me who could. She's red and hot. I rock her and sing to her the only song I can think of. It took all the strength I had not to fall apart. Kept trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. I close my eyes, I can see them all looking at me, judging me, their judging eyes. She whimpers against my skin. Skin belongs to her. And I know what to do. I actually do. I lean against a shop, unzip my hoodie, fish out my boob and try and get her to latch on. I sit down on the pavement. Oh. She latches on. I wince. It's okay. It's okay. People walk past and pretend not to look. Who does this woman think she is with her fancy pram? She can't be homeless. So shameless and public with her baby. One woman looks at me and smiles. I let it go through me. Maybe she's a mother. Agnes and I sit for a little while. And then we get up. Oh, we're so close to the coffee shop. But look at me. And then I see one of those signs in the coffee shop window. You know the ones where they say, all genders, all cultures, LGBTQ+, everyone welcome. Everyone. Yeah? So I push the pram like a bloody ship coming into harbour. And we go in. Oh, the smell. It's divine. Turns out coffee is a really good smell equaliser. We get in the queue. Agnes looks around. People, cups, lights. I give my order. I smile at the barista. They smile back. In that I'm too cool way, but still. We find a seat. I stuff a croissant into my mouth, slurp my cappuccino, destroying the pretty leaf design. But for 10 glorious minutes, people watch. Or maybe they watch us too. Or they watch Agnes because she's cute. And maybe they watch and think, wish I had a baby and didn't have to go to work or something. And then I decide, in that moment, before Agnes starts crying and my thoughts aren't my own again, I decide that we're people too. Messy,